Hi!
Today we're learning about exponential growth. The equation for exponential growth is y equals a, open parentheses, 1 plus r, close parentheses, to the power of t. An example for exponential growth is y equals 2, open parentheses, 1 plus 3, close parentheses, to the power of 3. Okay, so in exponential growth, the rate of change increases over time. And the rate of growth becomes faster as the time passes. Example of a word problem for exponential growth. Our amount of popcorn doubles every minute. It's been popping for 5 minutes. We started with 6 ounces of popcorn. How much popcorn do we have now? Okay, so the variables in the word problem was that y is the dependent variable. Y is just always the dependent variable. T is the amount of time. And the amount of time was the 5 minutes. So 5 is t. And then r is the rate of change. The rate of change in the problem was 2 because it doubled every minute. So 2 is r. And a is the starting point. 6 ounces is a because we started with 6 ounces of popcorn in the beginning. Okay, so here's how to find the answer that the word problem asked us. First of all, do not forget the equation for exponential growth. The equation is, just for a reminder, is y equals a, open parentheses, 1, plus r, close parentheses, to the power of t. So the first step in finding out the answer is plugging in all variables. So once we plug it in, we have y equals 6 ounces, open parentheses, 1 plus 2, close parentheses, to the power of 5. Then all we have to do is find y, and then you have the answer. So then we do the first step is to add 1 plus 2. Easy. So that gives us 3. So then we have 6 ounces times 3 to the power of 5. So then the next step is doing 3 to the power of 5. So over here, see, we have 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So first of all, we can do just 3 times 3, which is 9, and then 3 times 3 times 9, which equals 9. So it would be 9 times 9 times 3. We know that 9 times 9 is 81, right? So 81 times 3, which then equals 243. The next step is doing 6 ounces times 243. Over here you can see that how to find if you don't know how to multiply. But 243 times 6 equals 1,458. So our answer is 1,458 ounces of popcorn.
Today we're going to talk about exponential decay. The equation for exponential decay is y is equal to a, open parentheses, 1 minus r, close parentheses, to the power of t. An example of this would be y is equal to 2, open parentheses, 1 minus 0.5, close parentheses, to the power of 3.
Okay, so in exponential decay, the rate of change decreases over time, and the rate of growth becomes slower as time passes. That's an example for word problem for exponential decay. The amount of food in my pantry is cut in half every hour. It has been 3 hours. I started with 40 pounds of food. How much do I have now? Okay, so the variables that we use in the word problems are y, which is the independent variable, t, which is the amount of time, and the amount of time in the word problem is 3. So 3 is t. And then r, which is the rate of change. And the rate of change in the word problem was 0.5 because the food in the pantry was cut in half every hour. So 0.5 is r. And then the starting point, which is a, is 40 pounds. So 40 pounds is a. Okay, so here is how to find the answer for the question that the word problem asked for exponential decay. First of all, don't forget that the equation for exponential decay is y equals a, open parentheses, 1 minus r, close parentheses, to the power of t. So the first step to finding out what y is you plug in all the numbers and take out all the variables. So y equals 40 pounds, open parentheses, 1 minus 0.5, close parentheses, to the power of 3. And then you just find y. So then you do 1 minus 0.5, which gives you 0.5. So then you have y equals 40 pounds times 0.5 to the power of 3. And then the next step is to do 0.5 to the power of 3. So over here you see that 0.5 times 0.5 equals 0.25. But you still have 0.5 left, so you do 0.25 times 0.5, which gives you 0.125. So then you do 40 pounds equals 40 pounds times 0.125. Which over here you can see that we did the work, and 0.125 times 40 equals 5. In total, it equals 5. So that means what you have left is 5 pounds. Variables that we just did for our, oh my goodness.